Hey everybody, I'm just going to go ahead and finish up the last video. We were almost done creating the report that is going to open up as soon as the database opens up. So right now what I'm going to do is I have this opened up to a weird kind of funny view, but I'm going to go ahead and go to reports that we had. Remember we had saved it as company query, and if you'll notice it looks a little bit different now, and that's because I edited it to a professional format. And you can see that we've got the nice logo up there, the current date, Bravo, and the date is automatically updated, so we don't need to go in and type that. All this information is going to be up to date when you run the report, so if anything is edited or changed in the tables, it automatically updates it in this report. So finally what I had done was I saved it as what's called a macro. And so what this means is as soon as we open the database up, we can just go ahead and click on opening report, and it's going to show us the current state of the database within the company. And if we want to print it off, we can just go simply to print preview, and it will just go ahead and print that out for us for the entire company. So that's the benefit of having a database instead of a spreadsheet. With a database, I can allow access to many users. We can share the database file to all of the platoon sergeants or officers within the company. We can keep this information up to date, and that way, we're not updating one individual spreadsheets and having to deal with formatting issues or printing issues, as well as security issues. But we can have one centralized database that gets updated as new Marines come or as Marines leave, as new serialized items get issued to Marines, and it becomes very simple and easy to print this information off and run reports, and as well as run queries and gather information. So what are some of the uses of this? Well, like I've said, we can create a query right here for just about anything. And we can also save these queries. So as you've seen, I've already run some queries for different situations and I've titled them. So what I can do here is actually create a query for each team and save that query so that every single time we open a database, I don't have to go through, if I'm, for example, the first sergeant within the company, and ask Marines and team leaders for this information. I can just go into the database, click on Team 3, and have Team 3's information. And that's the benefit of this. And if I wanted to save it as a report format, we would go to create report, and it would go ahead and we can edit this report, save the report, and then have a formal report ready for us to print off. So like I said, this is a great system. I think that we should start using it. It would take about a week, 1 to 2 weeks to actually implement it. I'd have to get some time to go into the armory and get a serial number for every single item, as well as I would have to know who that item belongs to, if it belongs to anyone at all. I would also have to have all the information for personnel within the company. So basically, I need everything. In order to create this database, I need everything in each one of these fields: DOD ID number, first name, last name, rank, address, city, state, zip, phone, email, team, as well as serial number for every single piece item within the armory, the item's name, whether or not it's been checked out by someone, and if so, what is the associated DOD ID number. This is actually pretty easy to do. If you can just send me, we can do this in person, or we could do it by email if you wanted to send that information, but I know that some of this is sensitive information that we don't really want to be flying around through email. So if anything, we can just do this a couple days before drill or something along those lines. But again, just let me know what you think, and like I said, it produces good reports. So like our macro here, yeah, the macro here, I mean, it's very professional, very clean, and just imagine having this for the entire company that automatically prints off every single time instead of having to use an Excel spreadsheet. All right. Well, that was the demo to the Access Database 2013. Let me know what you guys think, and I'd love to get some feedback on this. This is a project that I'd really like to do for the company. If it's something that everyone is interested in, I can go ahead and get started on that in my free time, or we can do it one weekend at drill and start using this because I think it would be very effective. Thanks.